and welcome back to my channel. I haven't been on here for a while. So today we have McDonald's. Look at the nails. Yes, simple and cute. We have a small hot fresh fry. Oh my gosh, so greasy, so good. You know who doesn't love the loose fries in the bag. And then we also have the new McDonald's spicy nuggets tempura batter. Let's see what this is about. They did not have the hot mighty sauce. They're slacking. Ooh. Oh, fries so goddamn hot, y'all. Fresh. They're a little bland though. Where my salt at? Ain't enough salt on these bad boys. Okay. They smell good. They look exactly like the regular nuggets, but they're just more red. A more orangish tint. You know, we got some Panda Express orange chicken tint going on. I'm going to take my lovely, beautiful small fry and just jump that, you know, because I'm that kind of girl. Here we go with barbecue sauce. The go-to. Sweet and sour and barbecue is normally what I love. Love dipping my fries. Ooh, they're hot, fresh. Fresh out the grease, but no salt. I'm hurt. So hot. But, you know, this isn't Burger King. Have it your way. So, no salt. It's okay. I won't die without it. I don't understand why country people have to put flags in the back of their pickup trucks. Like, Americans are the only people who think showing patriotism or being a patriot is having the American flag plastered everywhere, having the Trump sign plastered everywhere. And it's like, if that's what you think makes you a patriot, by putting on a costume or putting up some posters and shit and some flags, honey, you got bigger issues. I guess a Trump sign in front of your yard isn't enough. You gotta have a whole Trump flag hanging out the back of your pickup. To each their own. Here we go. First, I'm gonna try it without the barbecue sauce because I was about to just dip away, honey. Smells good. The heat definitely sneaks up on you a little bit. It's barely a little kick. It's not hot like that. You know, whatever. It tastes pretty good. It's not as crispy and crunchy as the regular nuggets are. But I think it's because they use tempura batter. And if you know what tempura batter is, then you know. It's only fresh out the grease, really crispy, and once it gets cold, it's soggy. A lot of Asians use tempura batter to fry their foods and things like that. So, but it's good. It's not as seasoned and flavorful. Like, to me, the regular nuggets are a little, like, have a little salt, a little saltiness to them, or at least they're a little seasoned to me. But these don't really have any seasoning, or I guess a salty taste. But even though I feel like it doesn't have like any salt to it, it has a little bit of taste, like a little bit of flavor. But I feel more spice on my tongue than I do flavor. But they're not bland, you know. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not too bland. I just pulled over in the parking lot, so I could eat this fresh. I don't like eating and driving. Not unless it's something that only requires one hand. Nuggets and fries don't require one hand. Y'all. How y'all been? How y'all been? This is my first video in like years. I have fell off my ASMR page like completely. My YouTube page, I've just forgotten about it. It's just life. Life's been happening to your girl. Like, shit is real out here. Not years, but I think the last video I posted was like sometime in 2019. I think in the beginning of 2019. And then I haven't posted anything since. But if you love my videos, if you're a loyal subscriber and follower, I appreciate you for sticking around even though I've been MIA. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get better though, guys. Like, from my last video to now, so much has happened. I've had a baby. I'm engaged. I've moved out of state. Like, I used to live in Indiana, and now I live in Ohio. I'm just doing my own thing, y'all. This is so good. I'm so hungry. But I just had my son 2 months ago. And he is my pride and joy. Look, my sauce is gone. It's gone. And this McDonald's by my house is not petty, and they did not charge me extra. Jesus. I'm like, you know, McDonald's be running game. McDonald's used to be like Taco Bell in the back of the day. Okay? Where all the condiments and napkins and little silverware was sitting right out in front. Honey, they didn't pull all them condiments back on behind the counter and said, no. Y'all fault. So what? This little cup right here ain't worth 25 cents, no way. I don't care. Because they be trying to charge extra. I'm being nosy. Somebody just parked next to me. You know, people like to stare when you on your phone recording yourself. And then I got me some green tea in here with my tea bag still, because I just made it before I left the house. And then I came straight here. But I'm going to start dashing. I like to DoorDash for some extra cash. I just had my 6-week checkup, so I have been cleared to go back to work, but it's Corona. And I don't think I can work in anybody's company, establishment, per se. I have a little baby at home, so I need to be careful. Once he goes in for his 2-month checkup, which is in a couple days, then I will bring him outside and start like walking the trail. But that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. I'm a little offended. You park next to me, hit the buzzer on the lock in your car about 1,000 times, and then keep looking back at the car. Girl, if I was going to rob you or do something to you, I would have did it. Leave me alone. If anything, I should be more scared at you because you're staring all at my car. What do you want? Ugh. I don't understand why people can't mind their business, or why people act like they're scared of black folks when we are literally minding our own business. Okay, Karen, I'm in my car, in my safety. I mean, you parked next to me. If you were scared, if you thought I was going to do something to you or your car, you should have parked a couple spots away from me. How about that? Shit, people kill me. Okay, Karen. All right, Carisha, go find you some business. Because I'm minding mine. So, why don't my viewers leave a comment below and an opinion if you have had the spicy nuggets from McDonald's. Go ahead and comment if you've had them and tell me your opinion on what you think. And also, if you've ever had a Karen harass you or call the cops on you, share your story in the comments. Let's make this a group discussion. Because, honey, I got Karen stories for days. Like, can you hear that crunch? These had to be fresh out the grease. Because my friend had these, and she said that they were soggy and nasty. So, she probably had some old ones, because these are crispy. They're not as crispy as the regular nuggets, no. But they ain't soggy either. I think we can all tell when fried food is like soggy and old, or when it gets cold, it's not as crispy anymore. Look at my fingers. Ain't no salt from them fries on my fingers. Oh, I'm just hurt. So because I just had a baby, I am breastfeeding, guys. So I am drinking lots of green tea, lots of water, and everything to keep my flow good. I eat lots of oatmeal so I can pump and have a good flow. But during my pregnancy, I had a really, really hard time eating. I couldn't keep an appetite. And I would go 2 and 3 days without eating while pregnant, and I knew that wasn't good. But my doctors told me that it was normal for pregnant women to lose appetite during pregnancy, but it was literally majority of my pregnancy until the very, very end was when I had my own appetite and I could eat. I was growing a lot towards the end. Babies grow at least an ounce every week towards the end of your pregnancy. So I was eating towards the end, but in the very beginning, it was so hard to just want food, crave food, keep it down. Because even with the nausea, that made me throw up. But because I was force feeding myself a lot, making myself eat, that would make me sick too. If I'm not hungry and I'm making myself eat, I'm just going to throw it back up. But even now, after the baby, I still have a hard time eating. And when I don't eat, my breast milk supply goes really low. So I just have to be on myself and continue to, force feed and make sure I'm drinking more than a gallon of water. I have to drink more than a gallon of water to stay hydrated. Like, I don't know if it was my son just sucking the life out of me, but my doctor and my doula both told me that I was dehydrated. And at that point in time, I was drinking a gallon every single day. But it got to a point where I had to start drinking more. So at least 2 gallons or a gallon and a half every single day. And even when I bumped up my intake of water, my doctors and doula were still telling me I was a little dehydrated. And I was just like, geez. And I still couldn't figure out why. So I was literally on a liquid diet. Just drinking every 5 seconds. So, you know, there was that. Which made me pee every 10 seconds as well. Jesus. And I tell you, honey, the bladder of a pea, the size of a pea, honey. But I had a doula. I wanted a home birth, but my mucus plug dropped and my water never broke. So after my mucus plug dropped, I was in labor for about 3 days and I was dilating slowly. So of course I had to go to the hospital simply because my canal can't be open for that long or else I'll risk infection for me and the baby. So at that point, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't his fault. It's just things were going slow, so I wasn't able to have my home birth like I wanted to. My doula even came all the way from Indiana and came here to Ohio to take care of me. She even had a doula on backup call just in case if she needed help or if things went wrong. And the lady here, the backup doula was here, and she lived literally like 5 minutes down the street from me. But at that point, wasn't no home birth, so I went to the hospital and had my baby against all my wishes. Like when I say my labor, giving birth, the whole plan I had, the home birth, the water birth, the lotus birth, keeping my placenta, all of that was not able to do. I wasn't able to do any of that, and it kind of hurt my feelings. And I was trying not to be too hard on myself about it. Because, I mean, it technically wasn't anyone's fault. It's just the way the dice fell. I mean, Sydney, you were just in labor for too long. You know what I mean? Not for too long, but after 3 days, 36 hours, okay, you got to go to the hospital. So that just, it is what it is. But I really wanted everything natural. This is my first baby. Me and my future husband, this is our first baby. And it was hard. Just to completely, my whole birthing plan that I had to just go completely left. And then at that point, we were just winging it. And we just weren't really necessarily prepared to go to the hospital. Black women are 4 times more likely to die in a hospital giving birth due to birthing complications before, during, or after. So I just didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't want to go. But I knew I didn't have any other choice. And, I mean, the nurses and doctors were nice for the most part. But not every black woman has a story like mine where you get to come in safely and come out safely with you and your baby all healthy. You know what I mean? Look at Serena Williams. Look at Remy Ma. Beyonce. Kim Kardashian. Look at all these women who have issues, complications that almost killed them or made it harder for them to have a baby the next time. You know what I mean? So I was genuinely worried. But everything went well. Everything turned out great. I waited until birth to know the gender of my baby. So the whole time, nobody knew what we were having. I didn't know. My husband didn't know. None of us knew anything. We just winged it. And we still shopped and had gender neutral things. I mean, I have some pink girly stuff and I got some boyish stuff. I got a little bit of everything. But now that he's here, we know to get him boy stuff, you know. But I just wanted to have as much fun as I could during my pregnancy and just let everything be a surprise. I was already so happy and grateful just to be pregnant and have a baby. It didn't matter what the gender was to me. I didn't have a preference. As long as the baby was healthy, that was all that mattered to me, and he was. I was so happy, guys. So, so happy. Oh, excuse me. But my son took his time. My due date was July 27th. He didn't come until August 2nd. Honey, he was taking his time. Take your time, Pastor. Woo! He was taking his time. So let me tell y'all, I'm also going to vlog my snapback, okay? So before I got pregnant, I was 140. And then literally I made it all the way to 6 months pregnant, and I was only 160. I barely gained any weight my entire pregnancy. And then at the very, very end was when I blew up and gained a whole lot of weight. So when I weighed in to give birth at the hospital and they're checking my vitals, honey, the scale said 180. I had just had an ultrasound the day before I went into the hospital, and I was only 160. I don't know how I jumped up that fast in a day, but honey, when I say my stomach was dropping, it was all the way up here on my titties and then just got all the way low. But honey, that scale said 180. I said, ooh, I know you fucking lying. Ooh. But once I got home and I weighed myself again, I weighed myself 2 weeks after giving birth, and I was 150. So I got some work to do. But before I met my boyfriend, who is now my fiance husband, before him I was 120, and my relationship weight got me all the way to 140. So a girl was happy if she put on a couple pounds, that happy weight. So I ended up getting up to 140 when I'm after being with him for a while, and then got pregnant. Boom. So my goal is to get back down to 120 the way he met me. But even now, my stomach is going down. I want to work on my face is pretty full. My neck is a little rolly. My arms are a little chunky chunk. I got the hey girl arms. When you wave, that little fat under your arm be jiggling. I got the hey girl arms. And then just my stomach is what I really want to work on. To be honest, my boobs, my hips, my thighs, and my ass have exploded. Let's be real. But I don't think those are going anywhere, honey. Look, that baby done spread me wide. I did have a vaginal birth as well. Thank goodness. Very fortunate for that. I barely had any tearing. I had 3 stitches. So that was pretty good. Even though I was in labor for 3 days, the baby literally came out, and I pushed 6 times, and then he was here. The pushing process wasn't long at all. And then once they switched me rooms, because there's a room that you give birth in, and then they switched me to my room to be settled in for the next 2 to 3 days as while I stayed, honey. And then my room transferred. They were playing this cute lullaby song congratulating me and my baby, and I was just like, oh my god, this hospital is so cute. Over the whole intercom for the whole hospital to hear it, I was just in my wheelchair waving with my baby I'm dramatic. But why did I video chat my grandmother? Because I told you guys I moved out of state. So let me tell you this. I moved 8 months pregnant the day after my baby shower. I had my baby shower, had everything packed up in the U-Haul, and we left the next day to Ohio. So I'm video chatting my grandmother, and she's like, you got on lashes? I said, yes. She said, is them nails? You got on nails too? I said, yeah, grandma. Hello. I mean, my makeup might not have been done, but I made sure my nails on my hands and feet was done, and I had my lashes and my hair was done. I at least wanted to be cute. I knew it was gonna be a photo op regardless, so I just wanted to look a little decent. But even though I still wore my bonnet, which is like a scarf, if you guys don't know what that is, but I had my bonnet on, just big chilling. But my grandma, she was just, oh my goodness, what in the world, girl? Don't be judging me, okay? This is natural beauty over here, okay? I'm just enhancing it a little bit. But right when my mucus plug dropped, because I went to the bathroom and I had to pee really bad, but my pee came out so hard. I didn't even have control over it, releasing it. It just came out. And my mucus plug dropped while I was wiping, and I seen it. And right after that, I went in my room, put my lashes on, I put my nails on. I use press-ons, so I put my nails on, and then I just touched up my hair and waited for the baby, honey. And I waited for 1, 2, 3 days damn near, and then that's when I went to the hospital. But I will post pictures and keep you guys updated. Hopefully one day he'll be on one of my videos. But thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna have to figure out a name for myself besides Sydney. That's my real name, but you know, I need a stage YouTube name. And then I'm gonna have to figure out a name for my followers and subscribers and viewers. I really appreciate you guys. But also shoot me some ideas if you guys have any. Like, of course, I'm open to suggestions. So this is what I have for you guys homework to do. Comment down below if you've tried McDonald's spicy nuggets, yes or no, and what do you feel? What was your opinion? Also, if you have any Karen stories, let me know down below in the comments. And also, if you have any name suggestions of what I should refer to my viewers as, go ahead and shoot your comment below. Thank you.